Welcome to another fantastic episode of Drawing Puss in Boots. Draw me if you dare. But this video is for you, Janier, or Cecilia, as I used to call you quite a bit. But remember, we didn't get to do this Draw Puss in Boots properly in class. So here we're going to draw Puss in Boots from this little reference here. Now, because he's a 3D character, he's a little bit complicated, but we're going to do it anyway. So I'm going to sketch up the size of his face here, maybe an oval here like so. And you can see we're going to draw a line straight down the center here so that we can work out where his facial part's supposed to be. Now, his hat comes down quite low over this eye, so we'll draw that first, coming all the way up and curling up like that and around. And then you can see there's this little bit here where the sun is shining through. So make sure you put your sunnies on when you look at that. And we'll draw the thickness of his hat, which is nice and thick. And we can draw the other side of his hat. We can draw it all the way, all the way past where our reference is, and we can just make it up. I think that's totally fine. Okay, so then we need the shape of his bandana. I'm assuming that's a bandana wrapped around the brim of his hat there, and we can rub out these other construction lines if we so desire. It's quite a tall crown of his hat there, so we'll bring that all the way up around there like so. And now we need the cute little nose, which is about here. So I draw it like that, and make sure you emphasize his little nostrils, but not too much, because otherwise he'll look like a pig. But he has these three shapes, which make him look like he's got a sort of goatee, cool moustache and beard going on. So we've got to gently draw these shapes here. So we'll draw that bit out like that, because this is his mouth. And we're going to draw his other shape there, the muzzle, and we'll draw that out there like that. And then, of course, we need to work out where his eyes are going to be. This is the most important part, because the eyes are the windows to the Puss in Boots, as they always say. And we'll give him a little bit of hair coming off the side here so that we can sort of make him look a little bit more feline or furry, so to speak. Oh, we better draw in his chin first, I think, before we draw the eyes. So he's got a little tiny adorable cat chin, so we'll just fill that in there, something like that, and make sure that his mouth has little edge bits. Now, because he's a 3D character, they cleverly have the contrast between this part and his orange fur, the white fur and the orange fur. But here we don't have such luxuries with our lines, so I'm going to add just a little furrow brow there, right in the middle of his eyebrows there, and I'm going to draw that line here that goes over the top of his eye, like that, and we'll try and get that right. And then the other eye, and I think I've drawn his hat a little bit too high. If I was going to redraw this again, I would draw his hat a little bit closer down, but I'm going to fudge it for now, because the most important thing is when you're animating or drawing, cheating is totally allowed. So let's stick his eye in here, and we can make it nice, wrap around there like that, and have a nice big pupil. So see how he's got the shiny bit on his pupil? We've got to make sure we keep that in there, and we'll color it in nice and dark. Then we've got to draw his other eye as well. So we'll have this eye, it's a little bit more closed this side, like that. And we've got to make sure that his pupils match up. Now he's got a little tiny shiny bit there on his eye, so we've got to make sure we keep that in there too. Just like that. I think that's pretty good, pretty close. He looks pretty adorable. Now he needs his another little lines there for his frowny frown face, yes, because he's ever so sneaky. And we need some whiskers coming off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, just a couple like that. And of course his other cheek here. We'll just give him some little bits of fur like so. I think that looks pretty good. He's adorable. Oh, he does have a feather in his hat. He doesn't call it macaroni though, but you can see the little feather there. So draw the feather I want, and we'll just get rid of... no, we won't get rid of Puss in Boots, because then we won't be able to see what we're doing. So we'll just do that there, little feather, and then we'll draw the rest of the feather hanging around like that. Perfect. We've got to draw his little cape business going on. So we're going to draw his little shoulder there. There's a little clasp here. I think that looks like a wolf on there. But we can draw it as a cute little adorable cat, like that. We'll draw it hanging over his shoulder with a nice fold, just like that. Now he does have the side of his neck here, just there, so we want to draw that in so that it gives him some structure, somewhere for this to follow. And we'll draw that little leather strap going back there, and we'll draw him just a couple of little furry bits there. And we'll have his other hand coming down into a nice little kitty cat paw, like that. Is that a bit short? Could be. Let's draw it a bit bigger. There we go. So he's got his little kitty cat paw. I put a little pad there so that we kind of know where his things go. And then we're going to draw the top of his chest coming down. So this is a nice contrast line there as well. So we'll draw that. Anyway, Janier, I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to quickly just draw his little arm here. And you can see that the lines on his arm show that it's coming forward. And he's got his sword something there. But we'll stop there so we don't spend every hour of every day of our waking lives drawing Puss in Boots, but I think that's a pretty good rendition of Puss in Boots. If I were going to go ahead and rub out these lines here, the construction lines, so let's do that, and then it might look even better. There, whoop, accidentally deleted our beautiful whiskers, and we'll get rid of that line there, whoops. There he is, look at that. Oh, he's looking great. He's got a little adorable pink nose. There he is, drawing Puss in Boots. Fantastic. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Señorita Janier. Is it Janier? I'm very good at speaking Spanish. Muchos gracias, potatoes. Thank you so much for breathing. Remember, be kind, be curious, and stay awesome.